Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the #1 team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Hurricanes will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense set on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quarterback moving. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, Dave. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Bulls his way forward. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It will be 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going up top. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And this ball will be down at around the 20.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Handoff from the gun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down at second and 7. Motion from the offense. Just going to keep it after the snap. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Trying to get the edge on the jet sweep. Oh, big juke to get past. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Love the play call offensively, attacking this defense in a lot of different ways. That time they used the jet sweep. They used the speed of the wide receiver to generate yet another first down.
LSU getting set on first and 10. The give to the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Gets rid of it. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Well, this quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll try the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. It's complete. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Off the RPO, complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Discards a man. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! Then they strike first.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Virginia found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Charlottesville. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
So they'll try to make up some of that ground on second down from the 16. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. LSU quick to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Keeps it and gets past the chains. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. They'll go to the air. He's got the back in the middle. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Red pass, it's complete. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Canes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. The give to the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this.
Fires into traffic, intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. He'll start this drive firing. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field, and they just didn't have it there.
The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. No real chance on the return, but they got it at the 34. All wideouts, no backs. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 40. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
LSU, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He leaves it with the back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Looking to move it through the air. Time to take a shot. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Number 14, set to kick it off.
Coming out with it, it's Finley. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he got nothing. He got no gain. Great job by the defense understanding the situation, understanding, they're not trying to block me. They're trying to make me run upfield. No, sir. Good job being smart, gap sound, not letting the screen beat him. Nowhere to go.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low-line drive and not his best work. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. They're on that.
He's off to the races. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. A run for the quarterback. Keeps it and gets to first down. And he's running in the open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Now, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got his man, and he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Not a chance. Missed it. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. It's still up by 21. This should be the last play of the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Miami 21, LSU 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. back open in the middle. And he delivers a blow, and he's still running. They make the stop if this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. LSU right back to the line.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, we could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Gets away from, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out, put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why.
Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. LSU quick to the line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got enough space. Kangaroos his way. Touchdown, Tiger. And the comeback is on. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that's a big play for the defense. Playing at home, you're trailing. You need to create takeaways. You got to get the ball back. Nice job breaking on that one and knocking it away.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. He wants to go deep. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
He makes the catch. Boy, his freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there?
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Still on his feet. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. A first down for the offense. Might as well stick with him. Smashes through. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Timeout, Miami.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this defense is going to need a few plays now to get some of this momentum back. Remember, they had a massive lead earlier in the game, but that's dwindled now. You wonder if they were just sleepwalking a little bit. They've got to step up now and play with some urgency.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. He's looking to throw. Floating away. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They've got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. On first down, he just sneaks it ahead, though it's a little unusual play call. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there.
Oh, a quarterback sneak on second down.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a 3rd and long. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis.